Hello, hello everyone. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, just put a thumbs up on the in the chat. Good evening, everyone. Hello. You guys can hear me, right? Uh, Hello. Okay, this audio is fine from my side. Sheetal, please check the audio from your end. Okay. So, good evening, everyone. Uh, good, good evening, Spandan. Good evening, Kasturi. Good evening, Ankapalli. Uh, Good evening, Jasvika. Good evening, Alex. Hi, Alex. Good evening, Shreya. Good evening, everybody. So, how are you all, guys? Uh, so, hope you guys are excited to learn about new things. We will be building only on the concepts which we have learned in the previous class, that is on top of facial detection. So, what is the next step? After facial detection is what we are going to try. Fine. So before we get started, I just want to update you guys on few things. I have updated the collab link in the previous in the day 2 comment section. The previous classes codes will be shared after this session because they are in continuation. Okay, and today's class will be uh, a bit on theory of let's to let you know what is facial recognition, the next step of facial detection, and how can you make these facial detection or object classification models even if you don't know anything about coding. Okay, uh, or you don't know at least how to make or train models. Fine. So I have uh, two different projects lined up for you for today. One where we will use a model which is more of a kind uh, GUI where you put images and label them, and it automatically generates the model for you, and then you call an API and it will give you the model. Okay. Next would be we will be using an AI tool, okay, which we have learned in the previous class, that is cursor AI. Okay. So cursor AI is something which we all know is a great tool, and we can use it to vibe code. I hope you all guys know what vibe coding is. This these days this term vibe coding is actually in the boom because so let me tell you what is vibe coding. Vibe coding is that type of coding where you act as a manager, right? And acting as a manager, what you do? You talk to the client and then convey it to the developers, and developer makes the app. So here you act as a manager. You think what the client needs, okay, that is you only, and pass it to the developer, that is the coding agent, and it will create all the files for you. Fine. So the vibe coding is actually a great tool if you know a bit of coding, but even if you don't know coding, vibe vibe coding makes it easier for you to make a basic application, but I highly suggest learn and go for good coding. Yeah, Master Blaster, it's bad for logic building. That is why I said it is a great tool for those who know how to code, but to few people who just want to get the work done, it they can use these tools. Fine. I highly suggest you guys to learn everything from scratch. Okay. By what I mean, learn everything from scratch, it is you can use AI tools like ChatGPT to understand few things and fasten up your learning. But you have to go to each and every algorithm, starting from the statistics, mathematics, to classic machine learning algorithms, and then go to deep learning methods. As someone has already asked me to share a detailed roadmap for the AI course, I'll be sharing it in the next class as we conclude our bootcamp. So, so it will be a stepping stone again. It is every time a stepping stone because you only going to learn only some amount in these 5 classes. It is a learning phase throughout our career. So I highly suggest go through all those topics, build a foundation, and make the best building out of it. Right, the building of your dream, which is made through AI, deep learning, machine learning, or any new future AI terms like generative AI. Fine. So starting off with what we have learned in the previous class. Okay. I think the screen is fine. Uh, if anyone else have any issues, let me check. Okay, the screen is actually fine. It is streaming in high definition, 1080p 60 fps. So I don't think it will be a big problem. Just if just to make sure everyone can see if they are on their phone, I have made a small document which tells what is facial recognition, and bear with me for 10 to 12, 15 minutes. We will go through it line by line, but it is not at all in uh, technical terms. It is just to let you understand how and what are the things which happen in background in the back end of a face recognition app. Okay. So at its core, the face recognition is a technology that identifies or verifies person's identity, analyzing their unique facial features. So you guys have already used your phone's security systems like facial recognitions to open your phone, or you have also used Snapchats for features. Okay, so these all features are actually uh, built up on the topic of face recognition. Okay, so think of it as like how would you recognize your friend, right? So what happens in facial detection? It always tells you about it has detected sorry it has detected some face, but whose face it is, we want to know, right? There are more than 7 billion people around the world, and how do we know which one is whom? Okay, who is who? So we need a facial recognition systems, and these types of facial recognition system, or I would say a more advanced facial recognition systems, is actually being used uh, in cyber securities, uh, okay, in cyber warfare, to intelligence. Uh, One anecdote I would like to share with you all is uh, I got a chance to visit the police headquarters last year, and we have been shown a few of the craziest things which you would ever see. Can't go to the specifics, but they have actually made a system, okay, an AI model, which traces your online pictures from which can actually trace you, okay, from anywhere. Where is your latest logins, okay, or your digital footprints, and you can only think about your public images which are there. They can track it through the CCTV cameras and the uh, public areas to the pics you have uploaded on the internet in the public domain. So they can actually easily track you with those. Obviously, they do those for security reasons. So making facial recognition is actually very important. Okay, for eKYC things, like you have been using online banking stuffs and you have to do eKYCs. This is a new uh, what do you say, feature, or the convenience which we have got up with the help of computer vision, that we don't have to go to the banks to fill in our forms and do all those things. We can just move on with the eKYC things. Okay. So moving on to how do we do those things? How do we do facial recognition? So for the facial recognition things, first we have to have facial detection mechanism. Okay. So if you can just look at this picture, I have taken it from internet itself. Okay. You first have to detect a face, which we have done in the previous class, that you have to detect a face. A bounding box around a face cannot be a thing. And you have to capture it. Then what you do is you instantly do a feature analysis. You take different features or in my from my face. One of the features analysis or feature extracting mechanism which we have actually learned or rather I would say I have told you about for Haar's cascading method, which takes uh, building the rectangular boxes around your face in a way that it resembles a face. Okay, and if those building boxes resembles a face, it says it is a image. There are different other mechanisms like hog plus SVM, which is your original gradient method, which is being assessed by the support vector machine algorithm, which is a machine learning algorithm for classification. Briefly about what is SVM. SVM is uh, the classification algorithms which transforms your data from one plane to a from one dimension to a higher dimension. Okay, which help us in classifying objects which were not easily separable in that dimension. Okay, so moving on to then what we would need. Then we would need a vector database which will uh, save our pictures features and remind you all the features are saved in a vector form. So that is why we need a vector database or a database which stores that array of information. Okay, next, then we what we do is then we have matching algorithms. There are various matching algorithms. One of which is similarity search, where we use cosine similarities, Jacobian distance, and all to see if these features are similar or not. Okay. Then on top of that, you make uh, any app like attendance logging and tracking, which is a very basic app, which we will try to see in the next class that how you can make end-to-end app for anything. Before that, we will move on to how facial recognition systems actually work. Okay, so a lot of you are asking for mm, the attendance. Attendance will be shared with you in between the class around 8:45. I'll share the attendance so I can make sure those who are attending the class will get attendance. Okay, and get the certificates. I hope I'm clear. I just bear with me for another 15 minutes, then you can put your attendance. I have the attendance sheet here. Okay. So you don't have to worry about that. I don't have attendance sheets for you. Okay. So putting few things. So moving on to how the data is stored. Okay. Before the system can recognize someone, it needs to know what they actually look like. If it has never seen someone, it will not understand who it is. Okay. So you have to have stored data. Stored data comes in also known as face database or gallery. You know, you have used Google Photos, and if you have uploaded it on Google Photos, you can search where are you in those photos. Okay, so it used facial recognition in that app to search in those spaces where you are. Okay. Next is what is a database? Just to let you know, I hope most of you know what is database, but those who don't know, database is a collection of data. Okay, and it is, or we can say information. In this case, it is information about faces, and these faces would be stored in JPG as well as the features that are in array form. Okay, or in a vector form. This information is not just a picture, right, guys? It is like a digital fingerprint. where what it is, every face has some unique ID, and this unique ID actually help us to learn what are we. Okay. So next, how is this fingerprint created? When you start setting up the face recognition, okay, you actually set up what you do first is you add the face in the vector database for recognizing the face, and the next time, okay, you cannot recognize a face which it has never seen. It will only detect a face but not recognize. So you actually measure different unique points, like distance between these eyes, okay, the width of my nose, the shape of my jawline, okay, the contours, and the subtle details like more or scars which I can have. You can see uh, I have different face textures, nose structure, the distance is my of is my eyes. Okay, these things are the unique features of my face. You will have different features which you will have only. Okay, uh, there may be two persons having the similar eyes or similar nose, but the different features, but all these features combined make a unique features. And be uh, and let it be clear that there are at times these facial recognition actually fails in the kind, like if you are having a twin. So this is a problem which Apple also faces, like if you have a twin or not. So during the first release of iPhone 10, it was a big privacy concern that if a twin wants to open the the app, it will just open. Okay. So they have implemented another spoof features, okay, to enhance that. But yeah, these things are not foolproof. But next is converting these data into a unique mathematical code, or you can say face print, and then we store. Okay, we generally store it in a database. Maybe it can be a relational database, a vector database. Okay, but you can also store in a more easier format like JSON. Okay, which is more easier to handle, and you do not need any other database to install on your systems. So let's just taste how face recognition works. For a first step, for just it is just for beginners. So just say it is a first step as face detection. When you point out your phone at your face, okay, the camera looks at you. It uses a clever computer program. That's the algorithm. It can be any algorithm like Haas cascading to Jacquard to any other. Okay, uh, okay, to figure out if it is a human face or not. Then it is think like a security guard. Did I see him anywhere? And if it has, and if that person has authority to go inside, he will let you in. So this is how your basic facial detection actually works. Next is the facial analysis. Once the face is detected, right, the, the system focuses on capturing a clear image, then starts analyzing its unique features, right? What happens is there are different nodal points. My eyes can be different nodal points. Okay. My mouth can have the different more nodal points. Like this is the distance in between my lips, okay, or my nose, which I have already explained. So in this way, we do feature analysis of facial analysis of feature extraction. Next is converting those into face prints. Then we store those data in a database with help of some mathematical functions. Okay. Then what we do is we do finding a match. I hope a few of know or a lot of you would knowing the searching algorithms, and I hope you can tell few of the searching algorithms if you can. It would be great if you can tell me few of the searching algorithms which you have learned in DSA just to search an element in an array. Uh, About the project, Sheetal, mm, if you are, can you tell me which project are you are talking about? The project for the boot camp or the project which you will be doing for the internship or summer campus ambassador? Okay, what kind of a project? There's no project you need to submit to receive a certificate. You just have to go through all the videos, and our team's executive will contact you further for all these details. Yeah, Aryan binary search, Sagar linked list. Linked list is a type of data structure. How do we search in that? Linear search is fine. A KNN is a classification algorithm. Random linear jump. Okay, that is also fine. Okay. For this course, Sheetal, you don't have to have uh, do any of the project itself. I have given you few of the collabs which you can build your model upon. I have shown you different website where which you can use, like RoboFlow. I'll also show you one more website which will help you in computer vision tasks. Okay, and I'll also have you guys around with how to use Cursor to build a app from scratch. But okay, in the next class and in this class also. So these are only the things which you have to get the certificate for. Okay. Okay. Sort is it. Okay, guys. So I know you guys knows a lot of sorting algorithms. So for matching purposes, what we do is we sort comparison in all the sorted in the databases. And what we do is we do a similarity search. And what a similarity search is, we go and do what do you say, check if those two elements are similar, because it is not like exactly the same. Okay, fine, the features cannot always exactly the same in machine learning deep learning cases. Like you can say 2 is equal to 2, okay, but my face today would not be equal to my face, let's just say 3 days back. I may have some scars, some cuts, or just say that the lighting is bad or the camera quality is not great. So we will have different kinds of features, right? So we do a similarity search. The similarity search happens to be in different algorithms are there. One of which is, what do you say, uh, cosine similarity, which is also used in various techniques in NLP also. Next is Jacobian distance, and there are many more. Okay, so these are the ways which you can actually similar search in the similarity. And let's just say if the similarity score is closer to 1, because we use cosine similarity, and if they are equal to 1 means they are going in a straight line. Your first index, okay, sorry, your stored data and the data you showed are actually overlapping. Okay, so since we know cos 0 is equal to 1, that is why it happens. Okay, so the mathematical uh, ideation would be okay, so let's just say take these two as, okay, as you can see, this is my data stored on my database of my face. Okay, it is at cos 0. This is the image which I have showed. Okay, so what happens is, if these things overlap, it means I have similar faces. If it is like this 90-degree, means these are two things are very different, they are complement, right? This is a basic thing which you all can understand, I know, and since you guys are very smart. Okay, yeah, BFS GFS. Okay, guys, so so- and we can say that if it is very close to what place it is, okay, from the original, we can say it is very similar, and we always set a threshold for it. Like if it is very similar, what we do is we say let's just say we say the threshold is 0.7, means if it is 70% of the similarity, we say it is the same thing. Fine. So this is how we do it. So the key concepts for the beginning is the face recognition is like a biometrics. Biometrics are unique biological characters like fingerprint, your voice, and your face used to identify a person. Okay. Algorithms. There are like recipes or step-by-step instruction that a computer follows to do its jobs. That are detecting faces, analyzing features, and comparing the face prints. Okay. Next is matching or machine learning and AI. Okay, so then we perform a machine learning or an AI model. Okay, in hindsight to find if this is actually the done. Next is how is why is stored data important? This is the first thing which we have started with, and this is also the last thing which we have to talk about in this spatial recognition of things. So the stored data is absolutely crucial because without it the system wouldn't even have anything to compare the new faces with. So if you always have a new face, you registered it. Okay. It's like having a photo album of your friends, and if you didn't have any photo, how can you recognize it? Fine. So just to tell you about a simple example of few things. Okay. I have made it the similarity search. It is a basic similarity search using cosine similarity. Okay. And I have not, and I have just used this from, I have taken it from ChatGPT itself. It is very basic. So just to understand, we import NumPy and we use sklearn. Sklearn again is a library which is used for machine learning tasks. Okay. And we have imported cosine similarity. Cosine similarity is a algorithm which help us in doing similarity searches. So we have just taken dummy face features, right? Let's just say our facial features. For example, np.random. Okay. For Alice is np.random. Random. We have taken a random vector of the facial features for these three, and we just have normalized it like we have seen in the previous, and then and now we do the queries. Okay, for a new face, let's just say we have a new face and see if it is similar to anyone or not. So let's just say if we have taken done the similarity, we would have got something like this. Okay, if we say for Alice, and let's just say not for Charlie, Alice. So as you can see from here, we have randomly generated Alice's face vectors. Okay, and also I'll show you query face control end. Okay, so these are two feature vectors. Okay, so this is what we have stored in our database, and this is what your program will get. Okay, just to make sure everyone can see, I'll zoom it once again. Okay, so the NumPy import. Okay, so we have imported NumPy, we have installed, we have saved some faces, random faces visual vectors. Okay, red rocks, I'll share the code for the previous class and this class today itself. Okay, after the class ends, because they are in continuation. So known features, then we have just saved those features. Okay, when we have a query face, it is a, for this exam specific example to show what is how similarity works, we have taken a face, a random features. Okay, it is not our original thing. Then we do a similarity search. We use cosine similarity and give the query face vector and what, the vector which we have saved. Okay. Hope everyone can understand this. Then what we do is we search, do the similarity search and see which is the best match. Okay, so maximizing of the similarities. We हम हर क्या बोल अब क्या करेंगे, let's just explain with Hindi also. Like क्या होता है कि हम सबकी सिमिलैरिटीज लिए, सिमिलैरिटीज को जब हम कोसाइन सिमिलैरिटीज के थ्रू कैलकुलेट करते हैं तो हमें डिफरेंट डिफरेंट सिमिलैरिटीज मिलेगी फॉर अ facial feature we have given to the facial features there are in the database. So we take the best match as the maximum of the similarity, जिससे सबसे ज्यादा similar हुआ वो वाला. Okay, so here we have taken what for Alice. Okay, so जैसे हमें यहाँ पर शो किया बेस्ट मैच किसका हुआ, फॉर दिस एग्जाम्पल इट फॉर एलिस इट वॉज वॉट this. If anyone has any issues I'll also show you similarities. सिमिलैरिटीज को भी दिखा देता हूँ मैं. तो एलिस की भी सिमिलैरिटी थी 76%, इसकी थी 75, इसकी थी 74. लेट्स जैसे बिकॉज एलिस की सबसे ज्यादा सिमिलैरिटीज थी, बिकॉज एलिस हैज द हाईएस्ट सिमिलैरिटी. ओके, वी हैव टेकन द एलिस as a best phase. Okay, so this is how it works in the similarity stage things. Okay, so moving on, I'll show you one website made by Google which you can use to do AI/ML tasks. Okay, and I'll encourage you. Okay, I can't force you to make anything, but I'll encourage you to make few of the application using this teachable machine, because you can make actually a very great startup project with these. Okay, so what you do is you first go to Google and search teachable machine. I hope few of know would know it, and if even if you don't, no worries. Okay, so talking about what is teachable machine. Teachable machine is a computer, uh, is a algorithm, or you can say program, which is help us to train a computer to recognize your own images, sound, and poses. Okay, so what you can do is from this, it just not use is the your faces. Okay, it not is only for images. It can also help you in making applications based on your sounds. So one of the good examples or project idea which I can give you is, I hope one of you will make, and that will make me happy. Even I know I won't get those projects, but uh, this will help you learn. What you can do is, apart from doing is these images, make a sound teachable machine too, and which helps you to transcribe your voice and your friend's voice. Okay, and on top of that, what you can do is you can use a LLM model. Try to understand those things on your own, or if we got any chance, I get any chance in future to make generative AI course also, or a bootcamp, I'll show you how you can transcribe it and make uh, minutes of the meeting, or the summarization thing with your own voices and transcribing those. Okay. So let's just start up with images at first. Okay. So basic about teachable machine. Teachable machine is, okay. I'll share you the code. Okay, guy. I'll share the attendance. Okay, just a moment. I will share it. I'm sharing that in chat itself, right? In live chat, a lot of you ask me where you can get the images, or you can say not the images. Sorry, uh, the chat thing. Okay, where's the live chat? You go to the live chat. I will be pinning down uh, this thing, your attendance here. You can mark yourself attend. Okay, attendance day 4. Okay, Okay, I have pinned these in the message. Okay, and I also shared that in the comment section, so you can see there is the doc, which, or you can say the Google Sheet. You can have your attendance there, day 4 attendance. Okay, your day 4 attendance, fill in your name, email ID, WhatsApp number, college, state. Okay, fine, I guess. So everyone do that, and let's moving on to what is teachable machine. So how do you use it? You just use it in a very easy way. It is just a three phase uh, thing. Okay, or three step process. First you gather an image, then what you do is uh, you train the model, and the model itself trained it automatically. Okay, so you don't have to do anything. Okay, so next is, we'll just go to the teachable machine sections. Okay. So teachable machine, let's just go to it. So this is how you get an interface. Okay, I have used it in another way. Let's just say I'll be switching off my camera for a moment so that you guys can actually see how it works. Okay, so bear with me this time. So as you guys can see, I'll just reload it so we can go with scratch. Okay, so here what we do is we train our classes. There can be multiple classes which you can add. Okay, so here what we do is uh, class 1, let's just say we want to classify between Prime Minister Modi and me. Okay, so let's just say I have given the name PM, and we can now upload photos of prime ministers. Fine, but what we can also do is, for example, let's just say we don't have photos, we can actually use our webcams just to show you. Okay, if you have photos of different class images of a class, let's just say you want to search for apples and you have a lot of images of apple, you can just upload it here. Since I don't have a lot of images of Prime Minister Modi in my phone, I'll just use the webcam. Okay, so to record it. Okay, I hope everyone is fine with that. So okay, if I hold and record it. Okay, so everyone can see you. If I just hold, and you just have to hold and record. Okay, okay, so we have got 64 samples. Let's just delete few of these because it is not, it is a lot, and because I am in the face, so it will have some issues. We have 52 samples, and other would be me. Okay, so it is me, PN and me. Now I'll just switch on my camera, so, and record it. That is in a way. So now what will I do? Next step is very easy. You just train the model, the basic training part. Okay. So it trains it. We have 52 images of it, and this is it. So as you can see, what is here? It is showing my face. In your left hand side, you can right hand side, you can see this section, and here you can see it is me. Hmm? Okay. If I show it another picture of mine, which is it is not trained on, but since it has registered my facial features, like my eyes, my nose, and all those things, it can detect or recognize me. Okay. So if I just uh, because it has actually taken the phone screen, so it is actually showing. Okay, now you can see it is me. Okay, because what happens is I have also used phone, so it has taken phone as also a feature of my face. That shouldn't be the case if you would have uploaded all the images of Prime Minister. But let's just say I took another, and then if I put in an image of Prime Minister in this way, you can see it shows Prime Minister. Okay. Taking just another example that it does not only works on faces, it can also work on different uh, articles. I'll take one more easier example. Okay. I will just what okay, one more thing. You can also export this and use it in as a TensorFlow API and call it. Okay. And what happens is you can just directly go to the code, your code editor, put in there, and it will work. Okay. So there's how you can actually train it for more of kind of things. This is one more thing which we in the college have used for making sign languages. As you can see, we can make sign languages in by uploading photos also, but this way it was much faster. Okay, a sign language app. So what you can do is you can just copy this and go to your any the code editor which you want, call it in, and it will make the things happen in this. Okay, so I hope I am clear. Okay, so I'll just show you around for another example, and we will go to the next point. Okay, so just delete class. Okay, we will just reload it, and we will again train it for something else. Let's just say I have a bottle and a camera here, okay, phone here. So I'll just show it. Uh, okay, a remote, not the phone. Okay, so I'll take a picture of these things. I'll just move my son here. Okay, it is a picture of this, and now I'll take picture of this bottle. Okay, you should use different orientation so that it can detect model in different scenarios. Okay, so we just trained it the model. Training it is actually very fast. And do we get anything? No, right? Because I was in the PMS, it is being confused. Okay, but what happens if I just show this? It is going to class 2. Is it not? The class 2 is our bottle. And if I show this, what happens? What happens? It shows it is a remote. Okay, and you can just export it and you get done with it. The thing I would like to tell you all this, make try to make a sign language app with this. Okay, so what you can do is you can just go to sign language, show your hand to the computer itself that how this is actually working. Okay, how your for A B C D, and make a sign language app. Okay. Okay, so moving on to the next thing which I would like to show you is how you can make all these things apart from this using cursor AI, another AI tool. Okay. Okay, guys, I hope everyone understands. Can we put watermark for authenticity? Ah, yes, you can that. Okay. Sahil, what things have you not been trying? You can't understand. So how do you export? Okay, you download. Okay, you click on the export. You can use these three TensorFlow libraries since it is been the teachable machine is made by Google. They are using their own APIs. Okay, that are TensorFlow.js, which helps you make the machine learning AI task in JavaScript. Another is TensorFlow, just the TensorFlow. where you can use it through Keras API, or just save the model and call it in your application and uh, run it from there. Okay. If you guys want to run this, you can just go to collab and run this. Okay. Model class. If you want to see, I can just show you once. I have to download it, I guess, and it will take time, but I'll just tell you what to do. You download this model, okay. It will convert the model. You save that model in the same folder as this. Okay, then with the help of this, okay, this name keras underscore model.h5, you will load the model. Then what you do is you put any image path. Let's just say you have image you have saved in your download section or desktop. You just say desktop slash uh, yeah, the image name, and run this, and you will get your predicted results. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay. Okay, guys, so moving on to the next thing which I would like to tell you is uh, let me just switch on my camera again. Okay, so switching on, I hope you guys can see me again. So what you can use is you can use cursor AI. So I have already made a application for you. If you guys want to see it, I can explain. But for the sake of time, we have 10 minutes. So since it is an AI tool, we can uh, fastly make this thing happen. Okay. So we will make a new folder. Okay. Go to open folder, make a new folder. Let's just say cursor tutorial, new. So image. Okay, guys, we select this folder. Again, just to show you guys how to build things up, what you can do is build me an app. So you guys act as uh, what do you say, as a manager, and build an app. Streamlit man, uh, face recognition app on Streamlit. Again, Streamlit is a library in Python which help us to make easy front end things. Okay, it is very basic. It has, for running front end, you just don't have to write a lot of line of code. Just a 2 line of code can make a beautiful Streamlit. So we are using Streamlit app for face recognition on Streamlit. Then what we do? Okay, using, so we can use our model which I have shown you here. Okay, in this image, but since it is pre-trained model and we cannot assign new things on that on top of it, we will be using another library which is a library made using dlib, which is a framework based made on C++, which is actually a very fast and help us in making machine learning and deep learning tools. Okay, so face recognition library, okay, with databases. Okay, we here setting our database as JSON because it will be easier for us to make it. Okay, there's no reason why you cannot use vector database or any other database. We are using JSON because it is easier. At least we don't have to install anything, okay, in our PC. But for better security reasons, you should use databases like vector database like FAS, or you can have Pinecone DB, Chroma DB, or for example a MySQL or any other sorts of things. Okay. So okay, let's just say it will make. Okay, okay, so what it happens, it first makes you an requirement file. So as you can see, we will are needing only three things: Streamlit, phrase recognition library, NumPy, and Pillow. Pillow is the library which help us to make or transform or use images. Studio. I hope everyone can see me, right? If there is a lag in, I think there was a glitch. Okay. The see, to get certificate, you have to make project, but not right now. Okay, they will contact you. Should you make a project and make it ready, upload it in your GitHub and all, and by the time when we will be issuing you the certificates, they will be needing those apps or the programs which you have make as a project. Okay, okay, so that executives will contact you on this point. This file and same in various format. Yes, yes, Shreya. Pillow can load images from files and save them in various format. That is why they transform images and do things on with images. Oh, sorry, Sahil, your name. I am simply sorry. Uh, you are right, Sahil. Absolutely. Okay. So next is it will make you a README file. Always make a README file if you it is a good practice for anyone everyone else to understand. And then it is an app dot. Okay. So what happens is, let's just go step by step. And what we have to do always is we have to accept, because by default it cannot accept other code, okay, or run the code. It can only run the code only after you accept and run it manually. So just to go through overview of things, we have imported Streamlit, then face recognition library, import JSON because we want to store in JSON. Okay, and if if known face encoding, okay, uh, not in session dot state, because what happens, we now st is the Streamlit and session dot state is what, session dot state is the current state, or you can say current log of the session. Okay, and if the known embeddings are not there, it will uh, will not give us the name. Okay, and known faces not in session state, st dot known faces उसमें हम लोग add कर देंगे, we just add it to the namespace. Then we have database file, database JSON. This is the file function to load the database. If database file exists, we will put the encodings in the known face encodings with the names. Okay. Else हमें कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. We will show it. We have, how do we save database? It is just, we are just dumping it in. Okay. How do we register a face? Just like we have read in the previous classes, we will convert the image into RGB, then into an array. Okay. Then here is the new part. We use, since we have used the face recognition library, we just use face recognition dot face location, and then send in the feature vector or the image of an, in the terms of numeric, or you can say image array. Okay, it will create the face location for it, and it will store it in the database with the name you give. Then what it does is, uh, it finds the face locations from that array. Okay, and the array it has been given. Okay, and if that array of which the currently we are showing it to the program, and if it is not there, it will show it as unknown face, else it will show the faces there. This is just a basic Streamlit UI code which you can which it's generated by it. I'll just head over to how it runs. Okay. So what happens here is okay. Oh, yeah, that was one. We have to write streamlit run app.py. So you guys can see this kind of an app is being made. Okay. So we with few lines of code. Okay. So what happen is if we want to register a new face, let's just say I have a face which has not been registered by now. Okay. As of now. So and we just put in the name Yagik. Or let's just say without before anything, what we do is again I have to mhm, remove it. So what we do is we just take a cam. For a moment, I'll take another photo of mine which was not saved in front of you. Okay, ऐसे. Okay, so this is a photo which is there. I'll just browse this file, put this in. Let's just say what is it. It says unknown faces. As we can see, it does not know my face. But what happens is I just put this in. Okay. Name it as me and enter. Okay. So now what will happen is if I recognize the face, it shows it is me. Okay. Next is let's just put in now another person. I've taken a picture of my friend also. So let's just say I have uploaded and I have named this as friend. So if I just browse the file now and put the image of both of us in there, let's just see what happens. It shows uh, okay, there might be some issues. Again, I'll just try again and recognize the face. Uh, I think some issue is still there. It is not resolving around. It is just showing. I'll just try to resolve it and show it to you in next class. Just have to see why it is not getting this image correctly. Okay. Let me just start up the session again just to see. Browse files. Put it. Put in his image. Let's just say FRIEND and just enter to apply. Okay, face registered successfully. If I put this in, we can see if we put in recognize faces. I hope it runs. It is not running. I have used this in different feature. Let's just say just to show you guys, I'll update. I'll see what is happening there. Maybe because of the image is not great there. Let's just say open the folder, the previous image which I have actually made. So I just close it. Bear with me guys, I'll just end in 5 minutes. Just to show you guys things works. Streamlit. Okay. So Since I added my face, our faces here, you can see it is showing my face, and it is also showing his face too. So as you can see, we can have faces lined up in here, and there are bounding boxes around our faces. Okay, so I'll try to send this code to you guys so you can make understand of how things actually works in GitHub repository after this session. Okay, so that's it all for today. And if you guys have any queries, you can ask in next 2 minutes. I'll take those. And okay, okay, Sahil. Since you want to make a 2D plan, a 2D floor plan, uh, from a 2D floor plan to a 3D. Uh, if you want to make it from scratch, you would be needing doing a lot of heavy lifting with the use of CNNs and the mathematical modeling. But there is a library which you can actually use to make what you want to make. Okay. Okay, so I'll just show you. Let me just search it for you. I can't recall from top of my head, but give me a moment. I'll just search it and tell you. Okay. Uh, okay. I think I am still not visible. Okay, no issues. Uh, Again, adding uh, image of my video caption. So just to tell you about what convert, you can just Google it, converting 2D image 2D image to 3D model, and you can see a lot of pre models like Meshi AI, Alpha 3D, but uh, I'll just tell you what I have used in the what I have tried. That is again. Wait a second. Uh, if anyone else have any other, okay, any face, I'll tell you about Sahil in the next class also, okay, because I have to see which was I was using as that library, but I'll surely get back to you, okay. And the project ideas for Sagar, which you are asking is, uh, what you can do is you can make a app or application where you use this facial recognition, just a basic thing because you want to understand what these things are. Okay, so to learn about these things, you should see what to make a basic app. Okay, which uses your face as an authentication to give you your passwords, okay, or your banking details. Just a basic app which you can make to just to learn how these things works. But if not, what you all can also do is, if not for the authentication things, uh, make it for facial recognition apps or for low resolution images, because what happens in the real life scenarios, the images you get on uh, internet, or you not on the internet but from live CCTV footages and all, are not very great, and there are different lighting conditions. So try to make a project which help us to uh, identify a human even if they are a bit far or the image is not very clear. You can use fuzzy logics and different kind of things to make that happen. Okay. The basic would be to make an attendance systems, of course. So what you can make it for. Okay. Sahil, I'm I will tell you about this thing in the next class, that how you can make it. Okay, because I don't want to give you any source which is not reliable. Okay, so anyone else have any issues? Uh, can ask, else I will conclude this session. Okay, before concluding this session, I'll just ask you guys if you have enjoyed or understand anything, because we have so many of you watching. Please just go and subscribe and like the stream if it is at all possible. Okay. Everyone, see, doing project is necessary for you, because without doing any projects you won't understand anything. So for it is very just don't take it as you have to give it for this a completion, of course, but take it as you want to build it for your own resume. Okay. Think it as how Sahil has thought about that, how we can use this basic image, 2D image to 3D. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Pratyush. You have learned a lot of things. Okay. Uh, to come up with new project ideas, and I'll suggest you one or more project which I have asked you to do is, that is a very basic project, but it will help you to gain understanding of how things or project development actually work. Use teachable machine to make a sign language app, or an app which recognizes your voice, your friend's voice, okay? And with the help of an any API tool available on internet, like OpenAI Whisper or anything, try to transcribe it, at least that till that. Okay, so see, the kids universe, the biggest bonus is you get to learn a bit more than everyone. Okay. Okay, so the reason is you have to learn, you, and don't think it as if you are new you cannot make any project, because this that is how I studied and I approached to machine learning and data science. Okay, so Nikhil, I am doing masters in data science, and also I am interning at a lab in generative AI, making agents for InsurTech. Okay, so, and I'm also working in uh, different fields and domains from computer vision and all. So would love to know. Okay, I'll share the codes with you all. And with this, I think we are ending to our session today. Thank you all, guys. Good night. See you. Bye bye.